So if you have been watching my channel since I've been on the Big Island of Hawaii, you would have seen this guy, Wabi Sabi Dan, my first riding buddy on the island. He decided to go back to the mainland for a few weeks to visit family and left me here all by myself. But before he left, he gave me a hot tip on this motorcycle he found on a hiking trail, and I went up and dropped a note on it, and now I have new riding buddies. Initially, I met Dave and Shannon for a burger, and we chit-chatted and had a quick ride and decided we had a lot of things in common and planned the next ride.
In here? Look over to your left. How about that? I did not know this was here. Yeah, I figured I'd bring you over here so you can see it. You gotta wade a little bit of water, but it's pretty deep. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta wade a little bit of water, but it's kind of pretty.
They both seemed very interested in going up on Mauna Loa, which is about 6,000 feet, so we had to suit up with a little bit more insulation and rainproofing to get up to the cheese grater. If you haven't seen my previous video on the cheese grater or Mauna Loa Observatory Road, check that out up here. But this was just another amazing trip. So many times I've been up here, the road is covered in mist or rain or both. It's very slick, and you can see it's a cheese grater. It's just a huge, huge lava field. Mauna Loa is the most massive active volcano on planet Earth, and it is a joy to ride every time you ride it. And this was their first time coming up this road, and I think that they really enjoyed it. I know I did. It seems like every time I come up here, even when it's raining, you can't see 100 yards in front of you. It just seems like it's pretty spectacular. But this was one of those beautiful days where you can see all the way to the top, to the summit and beyond, and the weather was perfect. Of course, it gets really cold up here, and it can get wet anytime. These clouds blow in and will get you wet and really cold, hypothermic if you're not careful. So it's always good to gear up properly and have a plan in case things don't work out. But this day, everything worked out great. Shannon's into photography, as I am. She's into the still side. But still, we had a great time sitting up there on top of the mountain and taking some pictures until we decided it was time to go down. It's 11,000 feet up here. I don't go into all the detail every time, but as you can see, we're looking across at Mauna Kea, the tallest volcano on planet Earth, and it's a couple hundred feet, maybe 100 feet taller than Mauna Loa. We only went up to the observatories on Mauna Loa, which is 11,000 feet approximately, and somehow I talked them into a pass on Mauna Road, M-A-N-A, Mauna. It's a road that goes halfway around Mauna Kea. It's a dirt road, but I kind of wanted to give them an idea of what was going on there, and they decided to go with me, and I was pretty happy about that. It's not a terribly difficult road, but riding two up, I can see why Shannon was not really interested in going all the way around. But I did want to give them a taste of it. They are riding on a very capable adventure bike, but it's sporting some basically street tires on it. So my first time up on that road, I was sporting street tires too, and it's a little bit uncomfortable trying to turn, trying to stop. But the bike is completely suitable for pavement, which we were riding today. And as you can see, all the jagged rock that we're riding through, most of this rock up here is lava, and it's very sharp. You don't want to get anything. You really don't want to get near it. You don't want to walk on it. You don't want to ride on it. And you don't want to fall on it at 40, 50 miles an hour, which is pretty close to the pace we were doing here. That's why I call it a cheese grater. Probably nobody else is going to ever call it a cheese grater besides me. Hopefully it'll catch on, and people will start realizing that this is one of the most epic roads on the Big Island, and there's quite a few epic roads on this island. It's all beautiful. Not a lot of green up here. In fact, very little green up here. It's mostly brown and gray and black. But that didn't stop us from having a nice, quick-paced tour of Mauna Loa, and this was the northern side of Mauna Loa. And once we got through with Mauna Loa, we jetted up about halfway, maybe a third of the way up Mauna Kea, and did a real quick section of Mauna Road. And here we're on the first section of Mauna Road, not Mauna, Mauna, M-A-N-A Road. It's a semicircle around, I don't want to say the base of Mauna Kea, but it's not too far from the base. It's at about 5,000 feet. I'm sorry, 7,000 feet. The Saddle Road is about 6,000. This is just maybe 1,000 feet up above that, but you can see all the cinder cones. This is just really an amazing place up here. And you know, I had knobby tires and they didn't, and they're riding two up, and I can see why Shannon's uncomfortable. It's, you know, the shifting around, those street tires just really don't turn in the dirt. And there's a little bit of deep sand here, and you know, 3-4 inches, and I know all you dirt guys are going to chuckle, but it's different. It's different riding on a big heavy bike that doesn't turn, and makes you really uncomfortable. Makes you crashing sucks. And but you can see we're looking back towards Mauna Loa here, and this is something I'm really looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to riding this road eventually. Maybe do some camping up here. Shannon's not interested, so maybe Dave can join me and my other new riding buddy Chris. And Chris is totally stoked about doing the road, and I think he's talking about camping. Maybe we could talk Dave into riding with us and camping, and we'll see how it goes from there. But this turned out to be a truly spectacular day, and I'm glad to have some more riding buddies.